Hi everyone. So in the world of automation, there are two kinds of people. One who think from top to bottom, they are the Zapier guys, and one who think and work from left to right. Those are make.com guys and also the nerds from N8N community. And it's always fascinating to me that how if you are in one zone, it's very hard to convert to other both logically and conceptually. Because once you are habitual of thinking in a certain way, it's very hard to wire your mind to think in another way. But what if I tell you there is a platform that lets you convert your vertical formats to horizontal and vice versa, all while being cheaper than all of them, plus having lifetime plans and having a lot more features that Zapier, Make.com, and N8N do not have combined. So you can go from this to this in a single click format. How cool is that? So you have both the Zapier and the Make.com or N8N functionality in one single interface. And this platform is called Ottokit, and in this video, I'm going to show you the features and the usability of Ottokit. Let me tell you what exactly is unique about Ottokit and why you should consider it over Make, Zapier, or N8N. So the first thing that is unique about Ottokit is it has lifetime plans. Now, whoever is in the automation industry knows how valuable every single automation is. And when you are doing it for other people or clients, or you are an agency, and this is the most valuable thing that people look for, because every single platform out there charges for per automation or per workflow. And I haven't seen a single one of them having a lifetime plan. So when we're talking about pricing, let's have a look at what Zapier offers. So these are the plans for Zapier, and I'm going to only focus on the Zaps because tables, interface, and chatbots are out of bound for this video. Let's, for simplicity, just go for yearly for every single platform out there, because usually yearly is cheaper. If I change this to yearly, my plan comes for $19.99 of Zapier, and that is the Pro plan, and the team plan is $69 a month, which is billed annually. Now, the catch here is that even though they allow multiple Zaps and they allow unlimited premium apps, there is a slider out here, which is very important. So if I have 100 tasks a month, it doesn't display anything weirdly. But if I go to 750, it stays the same, $19.99. But if I go to 1500, the pricing increases substantially. If I go 2000 tasks a month, I'm paying a lot. If I go to 10,000 tasks a month, I'm paying an absurd $129 a month with Zapier. And if I go to, let's say, 20,000, $189. If I go to 50,000 a month, that's $289 a month on automation platform. That is absurd. Makes no sense to me. And if I make it monthly, it's going to be crazy expensive. This is make.com, and if I just consider annually and let's say I change to 20,000 ops per month, Make is costing me $29 a month with Pro and $53 a month for Teams. So let's see what features Make is providing me for this amount of price. Okay, so AI Assistant is a new feature with Make, and they are providing only 100 calls per week in all the plans, like across, like I won't even consider free plan in my comparison, but all of these are just 100 calls per week. It's very limited right now. Okay, team roles are only present in the team and enterprise plans, and customer support for Pro is medium priority, and for teams and enterprise is high priority. So this looks pretty standard to me, but for the same kind of automations like 20,000 a month, if we go to Zapier, we are going to pay $189 a month for Pro and $249 for Teams, which Make is giving us in only $29 and $53. So if I go to N8N, N8N is having only two plans. One is starter and one is Pro. If I go monthly, I'm going to get charged 24 euros a month, and annually is 20 euros a month. Now, the exciting thing is that N8N does not charge us by every single step. They are going to charge us for unlimited steps, and we are having 2.5 thousand unlimited steps in our starter plan and 10,000 workflow executions, the Pro plan. But there's a very big concern here that it will only allow us to have 5 active workflows in the starter plan and only 15 active workflows in a Pro plan. So if you are an agency or an automation consultant or anybody who's working for clients and who is offering automation services which are built for clients, you cannot have more than 15 clients in one license of Pro and more than 5 clients in one license of starter plan. And this is assuming that every single client will have only one active scenario, which is usually not there. Clients have multiple needs we make automations for, and even one single client can have 5, 15, or even 20 automations that are required to run for their business that you have to support and provide. And clearly, N8N fails in that aspect because they are limiting you with the active workflows that you can have. Now let's look at Ottokit's pricing. So Ottokit is very, very competitive with the pricing because right now, let's say we are having annual pricing and we are going to 20,000 tasks a month and we are only paying $29 a month, in which we are having unlimited workflows, unlimited WordPress sites. This is something very, very important, which I'll come to in a bit. And we are having 5 workspaces, having AI agents, and we are having all premium apps. And let's explore what other features we provide in just $29 a month for 20,000 tasks a month. So we'll explore more features. Before that, they say that this is included in all the plans, organizations, and workspace. This feature is only available in Zapier's enterprise plan and more expensive plans in Make.com and N8N. Multi-support is something that is very valuable, which they are offering in all the plans. Imagine having top-notch support in even the smallest plan. That is very valuable because every single platform out there charges for support. You can see here that if I go to Makes pricing, support is subjective to what plan you're having. So unless you're on Teams or Enterprise, you won't get high priority support. But in Ottokit, top-notch support is there for every single plan. Like this is included in all the plans, right? Integrations are all good. Like they are having all the integrations that you will find in any other platform. These are standard. This is what gives them an edge because WordPress is something that Ottokit is deeply, seamlessly connected with. So now let's scroll down and see what they offer inside each of their plans. So to begin with, they are giving unlimited workflows in all the plans starting from Pro to Business Plus, and also offering workspaces per organization, which is unlimited in the business plan, which in fact is an enterprise feature in Zapier. So how useful that is, I'm going to tell you in just a bit. WordPress connection is unlimited for the business and the Business Plus, and there is a ton of things that they offer. And the best part is they provide human in the loop from their own infrastructure. This is also something I'm going to demo in just a bit. Stay with me. AI agent is again very, very important part, and they are offering AI agent from the Pro plan to the Business Plus, which Make.com is offering as only 100 tasks a week. This is totally unlimited. There are a lot of things that you are going to get with Ottokit which are just not present with other platforms. Not only that, there is one more thing. If I scroll up, this little toggle is what changes the game. So Ottokit is giving you a lifetime deal of Pro, Business or Business Plus plan. And the best part obviously about this is you don't have to keep paying again and again for every single month. And none of the other platforms like Make, Zapier or even N8N is having a lifetime plan as an option. I think this alone makes Ottokit super valuable, but there are a lot more things that we are just going to see right now. Alright, so now the pricing bit is clear. Now let me take you to the next USP of Ottokit, which is human in the loop. And the way this is different is that Ottokit sends the human in the loop notifications from their own infrastructure so that you don't have to link your own emails or WhatsApp using all those complicated Facebook authentication methods. It's very, very simple and it's just one click. Let me show you how. So this is just a simple workflow I'm going to make with a webhook. So I'm going to just create a webhook trigger and I'm going to catch a webhook. And this is the URL. Let's copy that and let's put it in one of my webhook apps like this. And I'm going to put the URL here and I'm going to put, let's say, parameters as name is Rish, and I'm going to send it and it's going to catch it in about a second, which is done now. So my name is right here and that request I have sent from my webhook app. right? So this is done. And now I'm going to put a human in the loop node inside my automation. Now, if I click continue, it will give me two options. One is email and one is WhatsApp. Now, the point to note here is if I click WhatsApp, it would ask me to connect my own number using Facebook authentication. It will just send me notifications from their own infrastructure. So let me add my number, let's say here, and it will also ask me to have a sender name, which I can also map from my other nodes by pressing just @. So let's say I map my name as a sender name, right? To you want to prove, right? And wait time can be, let's say I put a wait time of 5 minutes, and optional fields can edit approved message. So you can give the power to the user if they can edit the approval message or not. And if there is no response received after 5 minutes, you can choose what to do after the timeout. So you can either have end workflow or auto approve it, depending upon your use case, right? So if I continue here, let's test the workflow. So let me open my WhatsApp. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp, and if I click on test action, I should receive a message on my WhatsApp, and it should be according to whatever I have mentioned, right? So this is how the approval request looks like, and I can click on view details, and it will show up like this. And this is really good because it shows me some context about which workflow and what approval I'm going to provide using this workflow. Because sometimes we are having a lot of workflows and the context is lost between which message is coming from which workflow. So this screen is really good, and it gives me context upon what workflow is trying to get my approval with, right? So let's say I approve it. Let's save this. And now let's say I want to have another trigger, that is the output if this node is approved. So let me just quickly have like a Telegram node, which will just push a custom message, right? The Telegram continue workflow is approved, right? I click continue, and if I test action, this is my Telegram, and it should give out. It should give out a message which is like this, right? So this is all done. Now, if I run this, if I update this in the same version, and it is active, and now if I send something through my webhook, it should automatically send a message on WhatsApp, and if that is approved, then only the Telegram node will get executed. So let's try that. Let's say the name is YouTube test, and I sent this message, and now the message is sent. Now let's look here if I have received anything on WhatsApp. So yes, I have received this message on WhatsApp, and I can see details all approved. Let's approve. And this is the screen again. It's automatically approved. And now in Telegram, I have a message which says this workflow is approved. And if I see the history, it will show me that it has run twice, and the last loop has been this, and the message from webhook was YouTube test, and the approval was done via WhatsApp, and the final result was sent to the Telegram node. So by this, you will understand that a human in loop does not require you to set up anything customized, and you can just plug and play and go make your workflows very easily with Ottokit. Now, after the lifetime plans and human in loops, the next thing that is extremely important, that is a great USP of Ottokit, is unlimited workspaces. Now, what is unlimited workspace and how does it affect you? Let's say you are having a company in which you have different departments. One is accounts, one is creative, one is admin. So all of them will have their own needs and their own automations. The automations that your accounts department might be having has no relation with the automation your creative department is having. If you're using anything else with only one workspace, it's not possible to separate these two entities altogether. But in Ottokit, you can have a separate workspace for your accounts department and a separate workspace for your other departments, and these will not share anything in common. Let me show you how. And this feature is only available on the enterprise plan on Zapier. Let's say I go to add a new workspace, and let's say I give it a name YouTube test, and I can use any time zone, let's say Pacific, and I create a workspace. Now this workspace is completely blank and it has no relation to any of my other workspaces or their keys or their auth credentials. So basically, you are separating what should not be mixed between two departments. And this protects you from any of the secure credentials sharing between two departments. And you can do all of those segregations using only one dashboard using Ottokit's workspace feature. Now, one more thing that will be useful for you in the workspace setting is if I go here and I go to manage organization, I can also allot how many tasks every single workspace can use within my org. So I can click here and I can have a task limit of, let's say, 20,000 only for this workspace. And let's say I can give it 10,000 only for this workspace. So this also is very useful in an agency format where you can limit a certain client or a certain org to only consume a set limit of tasks. Now, the next thing I want to press here is their most important feature, which is the WordPress integration. They are having their own WordPress plugins that you can just install in your own or your client's WordPress instances and immediately connect your own Ottokit to do automations in the background for your clients. Let me show you how that works. So this is Ottokit's verified WordPress plugin, which is installed by over 100K people, which is telling you that it's really good. And the last update it has got is 3 days ago, which means that it's constantly being updated. Now, let me show you how it looks like inside a WordPress dashboard. This is my WordPress dashboard. You can see I don't even have to go to use any of these automations somewhere outside, because once you install the Ottokit's WordPress plugin, everything would come inside your own WordPress install. And this is not only useful for you as a WordPress user. If you're managing multiple WordPress websites which are of different clients, you can just allot that WordPress website to use a specific workspace. And in that way, all the credentials, all the automations, everything would be separate for every single client. And you can monitor or make changes or add new automations as the admin of all those organizations. This gives you an edge over having to manage every single client separately and trying to log into their own dashboards. That's going to be a mess once you cross a certain threshold of a number of clients. And this is what makes it very, very easy and manageable and helps you to grow your own automation agency. And before I end this, let me just have some fun, because I see that they are also having an AI workflow creator. By the way, you can also use these workflows that they have pre-built for you if this is something you want to try really quickly. But for now, let me just see how it can create an AI workflow just if I give it some instructions. Let me give it a prompt. Capture new leads in a Facebook form, analyze information using ChatGPT, and forward only the qualified leads on a Telegram node. Okay, let's see what they can do with their AI assisted workflow generation. Okay, so let's see what they have. Nice. So the Facebook lead is the trigger. This could have been better. Like this could have been an AI node, which is fine. And this is a Telegram node. So basically, the AI creation workflow also works. It probably will not give you a super ready-made solution, but it can probably save your time by assisting you with the AI creation. Again, you can also make it like Zapier or horizontal like N8N or make.com. And this is what tool which I don't think any other platform is able to offer right now. You found it useful. If you want to try Ottokit, I will give you a link in the description. You can just go and try it. And if you found this useful, drop in a comment. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.